Welcome to the Crimson Tide Connection, your source for Crimson Tide sports. I'm joined today by the head coach of the Alabama women's tennis team, Jenny Mainz. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show.
Coach, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Coach, last year was a year of many firsts for this Alabama women's tennis team. Your team made it to the NCAA championship round of 16. You had a semifinalist in the NCAA singles and doubles championships, and you had Alexa Garaci and Marianne Dames named to the ITA All-Star team. Plus, you were also named ITA National Coach of the Year. Your team had a high ranking of 5 overall in the nation. Just talk about those accomplishments, and what does a year like that do for this program?
Well, I mean, I just think the journey's been so rewarding, and it really is the journey. I don't think we've arrived anywhere yet. I think we've continually gotten better, which is the intent. I think every player comes in with the goal of making the program better when they walk in the door, and then putting in their hard work, their diligence, you know, and helping us climb, and then leaving the program better when they depart the program. And, you know, it's been a compilation of all the years. And when I say that, I think it's a total team effort from the student athletes first. You know, their contributions, their discipline, I think their dedication to the Crimson Tide is, you know, it's honorable. I think they consider it a privilege. I think they really enjoy competing and wearing the Alabama on their jerseys and their uniforms. But, you know, it's a total team effort of everybody that's had a hand in the program, from assistant coaches that have been here, support staff, Fern Hampton, Jonathan Ferris, Josh Hampton, Kevin Almond. You know, I mean, it's a total team effort, and everybody plays a role. I think you know, we've taken a lot of pride in the advancement of our program. When I walked into Alabama 16 years ago, we were unranked. We had 4 players on our team. You know, I've told this story repeatedly, but that's why it's so rewarding, is because, you know, these players have come in and they've wanted to stamp it, put their mark on the program, and you know, they're leaving with a lasting legacy that will speak obviously for years to come. But it's been fun, it's been rewarding, and just to see people grow and improve, that's, you know, and to be able to make an impact, that's what it's all about.
Well, Coach, talking about all those accomplishments, you had a remarkable team last season. This year, you're going to have a very young team with 4 newcomers. Yeah. Talk about the challenge of trying to work those 4 newcomers in, and what will they bring to this team?
Well, you know, it's kind of funny, because when you, in the context of saying that we have a young team, that's certainly true, but we have 8 players on our team. 4 of them played in the lineup consistently last year. Matter of fact, we had 6 competing in the lineup all season, so there was very little wiggle room there. Right. So the 2 freshmen from last year, Natalia Mainetto and Maya Jansen, were immediate contributors. One of them played number 3, Maya, and had a very good season. And then Natalia played number 5 and 6. But they were called to act as if they were veterans immediately. And they made a vast impact in the program. And I've told them, you know, consistently that we certainly would not have had the season that we did without their impact. So, and then Marianne Danes is a senior this year. She's played number 1 the last 3 years. She was an All-American in singles last year and an All-American in doubles this year. She started the season last year top 10 in the country, and in the spring started top 12 in the country. And then Emily Zaber is a player that has just continually gotten better. I mean, literally every day gotten better because of the hard-working discipline that's in her everyday life. And so, you know, you're looking at 4 veterans, but the 4 new players coming in have played Fed Cup, they've played for their national teams, they've played Grand Slams, all 4 Grand Slams. Now, this is not all of them, but Erin Routliffe from Canada, she's been ranked 1, 2 in Canada. She's played in all 4 Grand Slams, played on the national team, you know, just been very well represented in Canada, but has a wealth of experience. Carmen Blanco, same. She's played for her Fed Cup team. She's played in a lot of ITF events, you know, across the world, really, and represented that federation. Lucy Perez has done the same. She's played all over, played ITF. They all know each other from their junior background. And then Danielle Spielman from Switzerland. She's been to 35 countries. I mean, she's played in lots of ITFs. And so, I mean, you're looking at a young group coming in that has a lot of experience and a lot of playing experience. We played matches yesterday, practice matches, kind of dual challenge matches, so to speak, and you could see the young players, you could see their experience showing up, even playing the older players. So, I mean, I think it's going to be very exciting. I think that you kind of put the older experience and with the ones that have been through college tennis, and then kind of put the renewed spark with the younger players coming in, but their wealth of experience. I think it's a nice balance.
Well, Coach, as we said, you'll have 4 newcomers coming in this year, but you have 4 returners from the team last year. Just talk about the experience level and the leadership that they bring to this team, and how will that go into just helping this team kind of gel together with the, half of the team being newcomers and the half of the team being returners?
Well, I think they realize that, any really good team, the leadership comes from within. I think the coaches all provide leadership, but the powerful, the empowering leadership comes from within the team. And our 2 captains this year are Emily Zaber and Marianne Daines, which they've already done a commendable job getting the team going and kind of instilling in them the practice habits and work habits that we're known for at Alabama. But Natalia Mainetto, Maya Jansen, again, realized that they've had to come in and be immediate impact players.
Right.
They've had to be leaders, or rather they've been called to be leaders right away. And I like what they're doing, and I think they'll continue to grow and continue to help us. But, you ask what that experience means to our program. We stayed inside the top 10 all year. We got to a high of number 5, made the Sweet 16 for first time in program history. We hosted 2 national events at home that we were the host by virtue of our ranking, and that was the ITA kickoff weekend and then the NCAA regionals, and we won both. So we got to advance and move on to the NCAA Sweet 16, and then with the ITA kickoff weekend, we got to advance to the national team indoors for the first time in program history. So, what that's telling me is that it's just we continue to build with the right players. Yes, they're talented. Yes, they're good. But more importantly is they're the right people, the right players that understand the impact, understand the leadership, understand that they have to be selfless, understand that it's the day-to-day details. It's getting the younger players on board. It's the work habits in practice Monday through Friday. It's not just flip the switch on game day. But I think, we're off to a good start. I think that the success and not the accolades, but the success that I think we experienced last year, I think will really help us, because if you look back at last year, we didn't do it the easy way. We didn't blow people out. It wasn't it was every match we played from, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Northwestern, Texas, Baylor. No matter who we played, it was a battle. And there were a lot of matches where we lost the doubles point and just had to claw our way back in. We've talked about this match repeatedly, but we played at Ole Miss last year indoors on 3 courts. It was the first conference match of the season. We lost the doubles point. Then we lost the first set at 1, 2, and 3. Well, we're only playing on 3 courts. Right. Then we proceed to lose at 1 and 2. The only player on the court is number 3, Maya Jansen, who's a freshman. She's lost the first set. She's down and out. And she just fights, scraps, bites, throws elbows, finds a way, just gutted it out. That was the first conference match of the season, and we were in their indoor building for about over 7 hours and came out with a 4-3 win. That was the storyline of the season. Just relentless fight, relentless pursuit, never quitting, never giving up. If we play with that mentality, with that passion, with that tenacity this year, good things will happen.
And Coach, as you said, a lot of good things happened for this team last year, and I'm sure you're excited to see them get back out on the court this year. You start the fall portion of your schedule this week. How did you go about selecting the events, and how will these events help prepare you for the dual match season?
Well, we're playing a great fall season. Everybody will get 4 dates, 4 tournaments in the fall. What we normally do is 4 dates in the fall and 21 dates in the spring, and we're allowed 25 overall. But the fall is a developmental time. It's a time to build team chemistry. It's a time to find doubles combinations. It's a time to work through and fine-tune kind of some kinks in your game. So we leave this Thursday to go play the Duke Invitational. There's 3 top 5 teams there. We've got University of Florida, Texas A&M, and UNC. They're all top 5 teams. But I mean, we've got Miami, who's been a top team. They've been a top 5, top 10 team predominantly. We've got University of Texas. Ole Miss will be there. So that's going to be a really fast start to get the young players the exposure of, hey, this is what college tennis is all about. We are going to take the 3 freshmen and then Emily Zaber, who will be a junior. And then our next event will be at the Furman Fall Classic. Again, we've got 8 really strong teams there. Then we'll have the regionals at Auburn. And then we've got our Roberta Allison Fall Classic the first weekend in November. And it's going to be the best, most competitive, strongest field that we've ever hosted with the Roberta Allison. And then we've got the Sarasota Clay Court Tournament. And we've got the national indoors. And then also the All-Americans in California, which Marianne Daines and Aaron Routliff have qualified for. So the fall season is designed to gain confidence. It's designed to, build your game, fine-tune your game. And I think with the exposure that we'll have, I think they're great opportunities. You can get your ranking up in the fall. And, I think we're on track to do good things.
Well, Coach, sounds like a lot of great tournaments you have lined up for this team, and it sounds like there's going to be a great lineup there this weekend there at Duke.
Yeah.
Good luck there at Duke.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, Coach, thanks for being here. For head coach Jenny Mainz, I'm Christopher England, and that's it for this edition of the Crimson Tide Connection.